Today, I want to talk about how perspective affects the details you include in a story. So, if you look at this picture here, you'll notice if someone stands right there where A is, when they look at that object, they're going to see the blue circle and see a blue shadow with a circle in it. But if person B stands and looks at the exact same object, they are going to see the orange and a square shadow. So, both are looking at something that is there. The perspective is true, but it is limited to what they can see. And so I want to tell you a story where you can see what facts or ideas I would include if in different perspectives. So this is a true story. So here are the basic facts of this true story. It was April in the year 2000. I and my family were on a hovercraft. We were going from England to France, and the hovercraft was mildly broken. Not bad enough that we couldn't go on it, but we did get an announcement before it started. So here is the perspective of me when I was 9 years old. So I would describe the details of the hovercraft, but I would also mention that it felt like a little kiddie roller coaster, like up and down, just kind of fun, not super distracting, but just fun. And then we were with my best friends at the time. That's why we were visiting England. I hadn't seen them in a year, and so we were just having the joyous time of being united. We also got tons of candy before we got there. Like, we went to the store in England, tons of candy. We're eating it. It was so much fun. And the most important thing of all is my friends owned Pokemon. I did not. And so during this trip, I got to play Pokemon Red on the Game Boy Color. It was the best. But let's go to my parents' 40-something-year-old perspective. So they would also include details about what the hovercraft looked like, but they noticed all the people throwing up because of motion sickness since the hovercraft was broken. They also were focusing on the White Cliffs of Dover, which is a really famous physical feature of Dover, England. And they kept telling us, look at that, you'll not see that again. Isn't that pretty? They were not thinking of like, oh, this is great, friends are together. They were thinking we have 8 kids under the age of 12 and this is crazy and we're worried about them. And perhaps the biggest thing they were thinking about was also the cost of bringing all these children and adults to France and how they were going to pay for everything. So based on what they saw, they had a different perspective. When you write your own stories now, think about what would my character specifically include? What details matter to that person and what details don't matter to them?